Every time I look out on the farm, I feel a sense of pride, and it immediately brings a smile to my face. I find myself thinking about all the wonderful memories created here, how hard everyone worked on the feedlot and in the fields, how my parents weren't afraid to try new things, and most importantly, the love we shared. It's amazing, really, to see how far we have all come, making the most of every chapter in our lives. My parents shared a passion for agriculture. Together, they were a team that started their own farming operation on a quarter of land with a few head of cattle. As the family grew, the farm grew. Being blessed with 5 daughters, managing 7,000 acres of land and 4,000 head of cattle became more than a family effort. It was our way of life. It was important that we all pitched in. Mom and Dad would often remind us that without the farm, we would not have a roof over our heads, clothes on our backs, or food in our bellies. Even though we worked hard, our motto was to always have fun. Mom and Dad loved being spontaneous, and as a result, they lived life to its fullest. This is their legacy: to always have fun and to love what you do. On August 13th, 2007, a new chapter in our lives would test our personalities and perseverance.
A plane accident has claimed the lives of St. Vincent area residents Jean and Joanne Dargis, along with Jean's mother, Anita.
The Cirrus SR-22 had departed from Grand Prairie earlier in the evening, and a final signal was picked up from the plane's emergency beacon at 9:40 p.m.
Jean and Joanne Dargis leave behind 5 young daughters.
I remember sitting on the front porch admiring a beautiful and promising sunrise over our family farm. My dad loved to fly, and I would often anticipate the sound of his landings on the grassed airstrip behind our house. Only this time, I was accompanied by a few local police officers. One of them walked up beside me and said, "I'm sorry, Leona, but your parents won't be coming home." I gazed upon our farmyard with cattle in the front pasture, tall grain bins aligned in a row, freshly cut grass. A dream was built here, the place we grew as a family, and a place that my 4 younger sisters and I would forever call home. As my vision began to blur and throat swelled, the rush of fragile memories began to flash through my mind, knowing that they would be cherished now more than ever. Life has a funny way of unraveling itself, and sometimes, no matter how devastating things may be, we must take the time to appreciate everything we have. During that time, we were so fortunate to have had received so much support from our family, our friends, and community members. Not only did they help us with the harvest that year, they continued to offer their support and encouragement. But at the end of the day, it was up to my sisters and I to work through our parents' unplanned estate. Alongside the accountant, the lawyer, and estate executor, we needed to make some big decisions. My parents' will was written when there were only 2 of us girls. Now we were 5, and the farm was much bigger. And even though our focus was always on keeping the family farm operation, my sisters and I had different aspirations in life. I feel fortunate that our parents raised us in a supportive environment where we were all encouraged to pursue our dreams and passions. It's funny how some people tell my sisters and I that we are all alike, while others notice that we are all very different. Lynn loves to farm. Sarah is a veterinarian. Suzanne adores everything about fashion and makeup artistry, while Janelle is a student who aspires to become a dietitian. And me, well, I've had these outstanding opportunities to travel around the world to meet farm families, listen to their stories, and gain a global perspective on agriculture. But with all of these different aspirations, some would question if it was even possible to keep the family farm. Thankfully, we were able to, because Lynn had graduated from Olds College with a diploma in agricultural production, and she was determined to keep the farm, our home. Her tremendous strength and character enabled her to become a successful young business entrepreneur while still allowing for all of us to pursue our own dreams. I think this is why I am a strong advocate for proper succession planning. In looking back, I remember how we were just beginning to have those conversations with Mom and Dad. When would they retire? How would they retire? Who would take over the farm? Or would we start our own farming businesses like they had done? It's safe to say that there's no time like today, because there might not be a tomorrow to figure it all out. I came to realize that my sisters and I were lucky to have had the upbringing that we did and the strength to stay together. Unlike so many farm families, we persevered through our doubts and differences. The most important thing that I learned is that you have to communicate. I recommend for all farm families to openly discuss their wills and to work together in preparing an effective succession plan. A plan that not only outlines your vision, but also addresses unique family dynamics. The biggest challenge is knowing where to start. MNP has worked with farm families like ours for more than 65 years. They truly understand this industry and continue to invest in resources and build programs to ensure farm family businesses are well taken care of. As a result of this commitment, MNP has developed Transition Smart. This comprehensive succession program enables you to maximize value at every stage in your farming operation while planning for your future so that you can transfer your farm on your terms. With succession planning, there are many questions and so many things to take into consideration. It can be overwhelming, but it needs to be done. Fear of change keeps us from planning for the future. So why not embrace it and strive to make the most of every opportunity? I am reminded every day about how fortunate we all are, that no matter how adverse things may be, we need to strive for happiness. My sisters and I are proud to be everything our parents taught us. We are their legacy.